Welcome back, all my techies. This is your boy JC, and just as promised, I'm going to give you a part 2 of this amazing television set right here. This is the awesome Hisense U88 television set. Like I said, this television set is by far one of the best budget mid-tier television you can get for all your gaming. Even if you have a gaming laptop or PC, this television set will do everything you need and some. Let's do some recap real quick. The one that you're looking at right here is a 55 inches model, but it comes in 3 sizes: 55 inches, 65 inches, and 75 inches. And this is a native 120 Hz panel ULED mini LED, and it goes as bright as 1500 nits. This is stupid bright. And it got 4 HDMI ports, 2 HDMI 2.0 and 2 HDMI 2.1. Port 1 and 2 does 4K at 60 Hz. Port 3 and 4 does 4K at 120 Hz, with port 3 also can do eARC. This TV is bananas. You got many voice features that you could do on your remote, or you could do it via the television set with Google Home or Alexa. And let me just get to some things. I know some of you by now probably pick up your own PS5, because PS5 is all over the place. You can pick up one anytime right now at Best Buy, or your Xbox Series X, or your Xbox Series S, and you want to have the best gaming experience on the television set. This TV is not going to break your bank, and it's going to wow you in so many ways, and it's going to give you the best gaming experience so far. I'm going to try to do my best to give you all the features on this television set, because there's so much to go over. Alright, so let me just go back over some other things which I failed to mention before getting to it. You got 3 speakers, 2 bottom firing speakers which are 10 watts and they get pretty loud. And the back of the television set, you got a 20-watt subwoofer that's going to give it, that's going to increase. Let me just stop talking. This thing is just bananas. Alright, so alright, first thing first, let me show you what I got connected to it. I got my Xbox Series S and my PS5 right there. So both of them do 4K at 120 Hz. But in this video, you're going to see something different with this television set. Alright, so let's first go into the sound settings. Alright, but what I'm going to do before I go into the sound settings, I'm going to kill the light. Alright, so let's kill the light and let's get into some fun. Alright, let me just sit back and relax. So now, if you want to get into the sound setting of this television set, all you got to do is hit the settings button. You're going to go down to settings. And right here, they got so much things to go through. I'm just going to scroll down to... I'm on the wrong side. Let me get out of here. I'm going to hit the menu button. Actually, let me just clear myself. Let me hit the menu button right here. Wait, I did something wrong again. I'm messing up. Let's go back into settings. Alright, let's do this right. Now let's go down to audio, display and sound. Let's click that. Let's go down to audio output. Let me just check something real quick. First thing first, as you can see with audio output, you can do speaker, or you can do ARC, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi speaker. Those are some features you can, those are some options you have. And you got Bluetooth 5.0, so you're gonna get great connection. And a side note, this television set, you got Google Play Store, so you could download games on it and pair your gaming controller on this television set, which I may do in another video, and play the games that you download from the Google Play Store onto the television set. That's crazy, right? Yeah, it is. So like I said, let's go down into the digital output to show you. I want to do everything. So this, for the digital audio out, you got all of these you could do. You could click to pass through, PCM, Dolby Audio Digital, and Dolby Auto Audio with Dolby Digital Plus. You can select either one. By default, it comes in auto, but for this video, I'm just going to click on Dolby Digital Plus. Alright, so out. Alright, now you got digital audio delay. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's something awesome, because like I said, I didn't get into much of it, but it's, like I said, there's too much things about the television set. Too much. Alright, let's go back into sound. So right now in sound mode, you got auto mode, and you can set it up to any sound mode you want. You can set it into standard, theater, sports, music, speech, late night, and leave it in auto mode. These are some of the sound modes in audio, which is crazy. Right there, you can see you got Dolby Atmos, and you got a subwoofer that's on. You can see, as you see right there, subwoofer on. You can turn it off if you want, but why you want to turn it off when you get that awesome sound? And you got bass boost. Like I said, I'm going to the audio section, bass boost, so you can crank up the bass how you want, and you're going to give it a punch, that boom punch. But I just keep it neutral. Let's keep it at 0 because I don't want to disturb my neighbor. And you can do wall mount setup. So you already, for y'all audiophiles out there, you know what to do. Now let's go into this section. This is a section I love, because did you know this television set got an EQ? Yes, this television set got an EQ. It's right in advanced settings. So let's click advanced settings. So right there, you could control the balance of the sound. You got the audio level. You got the auto volume control. You got lip sync. You imagine that you got lip sync, and you got auto acoustic tuning. So with the auto acoustic tuning, what it does, it sends like a signal in your room, and you can adjust this audio almost like something similar to PlayStation 3D audio, which is crazy, which I'm not going to get into right now. This is what I want to show you, the equalizer. This is the EQ right here. You can set up the EQ all you want, with the high, mids, and lows, how you want it. That is bananas. Bananas. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll just leave it at 0 so you can see. All right, let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. That's all for the audio section. All right, I could go several things, but I'm going to just click through this real quick. The display and picture. Let's go into the picture mode. You got several picture mode. You got vivid, standard, energy, game, sports, theater night, and filmmaker mode. So usually when you turn on the game, it's going to automatically go in game mode, so it could give you the best gaming experience there is in terms of low latency and all that stuff, the ALLM, VRR, all that good stuff. So it's not going to show all the feature because I'm don't select the console yet, but for those regular viewing, you got all of this right here. And even film mode. I love filmmaker mode. This is so awesome. I love it so much. All right, so you got all the contrast. You can set up sharpness. You can apply the picture settings. You got smart scene, advanced settings. Go into advanced settings so you can see some stuff. You got warm. You got color temperature. You got warm 1, warm 2, standard, cool. I like warm. Warm, it gives you more of a natural tone. So I would suggest warm, but you could select anything you want. You got motion enhancement in film. So motion enhancement, I think it gives it that nice motion. I think you could also select one of these, and it can give you the soap opera effect, but I don't care. I like everything in film mode, because film is like his picture going to show just the way the directors or whatever it is intended to look like. You know, I'm just trying to explain that as much as I can. I'm not the best. You got motion clearness, which I leave on. Got noise reduction, digital noise reduction. You can fool around with those things if you want. This thing got feature for days. Film mode auto detection. This is cool. Like for example, they got some games or you want certain content, and you got filmmaker mode inside embedded in there. It's gonna detect it, so you could get so you're gonna give it the best picture quality there is. The way all the movie whatever intended to be. Instant game response is auto, so you automatic on game response. You can turn it off or on. So what it does, when they turn it on, your console is going to recognize it as a PS5, PS4, or whatever it is. So by default it's auto, but you can turn it on or off. I'll leave it on auto. See right there, you got free sync. And for those people that are concerned about blue light, because you know a lot of people have problems with blue light, and it mess up their vision or whatever it is in the long run, it's got blue light level, so you can turn it on or off, which is also cool. And you got picture quality optimization. This is just things I'm going to go through before I get to the real good stuff. So hang on with me. Continue watching the video through the end. Because like I said, it's going to be a while, but watch it through the end. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you very much. Give some likes, leave your comments. All right. So, and then you guys come to see the meat of the matter. So that's what we're going to get into right now. So the meat of the matter, I'm going to start with a console. So with your console, you turn on your PlayStation 5 or your Xbox. So let's go with the Xbox first. All right. So you plug in your console to the TV. You expect it to do 4K, all the wonderful stuff. But there's a trick to it. So let's go first with the with the Xbox. I'm going to put in my information real quick. So don't be nosy. All right. So right there, when you go into settings, I'm only the wrong thing. When you go into settings, when you go down here into TV and display options, it's going to be on 1080p, but you can select 4K. Right? You select 4K. Boom. Now, when you want to go into the 4K details, it's going to show us this. A TV don't support 4K at 120 Hz. You're going to see all of this red stuff. You're going to be wondering why. This don't make no sense. Because you expect when you get this 120 Hz TV, it should be plug and play. And all of this should be highlighted. Let's go to the PlayStation 5. It's going to be the same thing. Let's go to PlayStation 5. You can see right there. Okay, same thing with PlayStation 5. With the PlayStation 5, you're going to screen and video. And it's going to say the same thing right here. Let's go down. Resolution is not going to give you 2K support, but it's going to give you 4K support. All right. You got VRR off, put it on automatic. It's going to say TV don't support it. You're going to be like, yo, what's the deal? Auto low latency mode off, put in automatic. TV don't support it. None of this made no sense, right? HDR, you don't really support it. And I know you're probably going to be confused. Why is it that my TV don't support it? So is there something I did wrong? I don't know. So what I'm going to show you real quick, this is what you're going to do with the television set, with the next gen console. Let's start with the Xbox first. I'm going to go back to the Xbox. Remember all of this right here? You see right there saying 4K at 60 Hz, and none of these things are supported. What you would do is hit the menu button. You're going to hit the menu button, and then you're going to go into game zone. So only time these things are activated is when you hit the menu button. And the menu button is that little square button underneath the volume on the controller. So the only time these two comes up, the game zone and HDMI format, is when you turn on the console. So let's get out of here with the Xbox. Let's get out of there. Let's go to the main screen. So let's go into HDMI format. So this is where things is going to get interesting. If you want your console to run at full blast, I'm talking about VRR, auto low latency mode, 120 Hz, 2K, and all of that stuff, you're going to go into HDMI format. You hit that, you're going to select enhanced format. When you select enhanced format, then you're going to notice how the colors get sharper and more lifelike. So before I go into that, I'm going to show you something else, another cool trick. If you want to select FreeSync, you got to go into game zone, settings, and then you're going to go into FreeSync. This is where you're going to get to FreeSync. You're going to game zone. Let's go back over it again. If you missed it, game zone settings, and hit FreeSync. That's why you turned it on. Turn on FreeSync. And trust me, FreeSync with this TV, everything is smooth. The colors pop. It's just crazy. And the camera not doing this thing justice. Now we turn on HDMI enhancement and FreeSync. This is what you're going to see for the Xbox. Let's go here. Go back to TV and display. Now it's automatically at 4K. You see that? At 60 Hz. But now you can put it at 4K at 120. You're going to keep it. Now let's go over into 4K details, and you're gonna see everything is there, all of that. So that's how you get your Xbox Series S or X on this television set to run on everything. As you can see, 4K 60, 4K 120, support 2K at 120, 4K at 60 with Dolby Vision, all of the things. TV support 4K 10-bit, 24, HDR10 video, Dolby Vision, all of that good stuff. All right. So let me just show you another thing else on the remote. Like I said, you're going to hit the menu button. The menu button is under the volume button. All right. Let's go into Game Zone. Let's go into Game Information. And if you click Game Information, everything there is going to be on the corner of your screen. So you see right there, ALLM off. Okay. But you got the 120 hertz right there, HDR. No. Reason why those are saying that because I'm not playing a game yet. But when you turn on a game, that's when all of those things is going to be there. So you can see right there, it's running on 120 hertz, FreeSync, VRR, the FreeSync for VRR, HDR, no, all of that stuff. That's for the Xbox. Now let's go into the PlayStation 5. And you got to do the same thing. Because you see right there, it says PlayStation 5 is running at 1080p at 60, right? And it shows you in the corner of the TV. Now, I want to show you something real quick again. Let me go back to the Xbox. Look at the far left corner of the screen. I'm going to go back to the Xbox. And it's going to show you what it's running at. See? 4K at 120 at 10 bits, right? Now let's go back to the PlayStation 5. It's going to give you all the information right there. Running at 12 bits at 1080p. Like I said, we're going to do the same thing like we did with the Xbox. You're going to hit the menu button, which is under the volume button, like this. We're going to go back into HDMI format. You're going to take it out of standard, put it on enhanced format. PlayStation is going to do its thing. All right. So it says right there, 60 hertz, HDR, blah, 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 all of that. The thing with the PlayStation 5, which I get to understand, it don't do straight up like the Xbox with 120. With the PlayStation 5, it only does 120 based on the games. And even with certain games, you're not going to see a full 120 hertz. But the Xbox do 120 hertz with no problem at all. Let's go into Game Zone. Game Zone settings. I'm going to turn on FreeSync. Let's see what it says. I turn on FreeSync. And look at the top right corner. I mean the corner right corner. So you do all of that. You do the 60 hertz, HDR, VRR off, and ALLM on. Now with the PlayStation 5 now, you got to go back into your console. Now you can go back right here and select what you want. Let's go back and select the resolution. Is a 2K, VRR automatic, ALLM automatic, all of that stuff. All of that is good to go. And VRR is going to be on based on what game you're going to play. So let's go ahead and start my favorite game, which would be Spider-Man Miles Morales. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. You see, it depends on the game. You see all the information's right there. Now you see the VRR is on, the ALLM is on, the HDR on at 60 hertz. And Spider-Man Miles Morales, I put it on. Let me see, on the Spider-Man Miles Morales, on the settings, I turn 120 hertz display mode on, so you're going to get 120 hertz. But with the PlayStation 5, it doesn't crack 120 for some reason. I don't know why. But you will see right there, the hertz is stuck between 70s and 80s. With HDR on, VRR on, ALLM on. All right. Let's just start. And that's the game information. And this thing is buttery smooth. The reason why the gameplay look like that, because I'm recording at 30 FPS. If I was recording at 60 FPS, you will see what I'm talking about. Because I want to save data on my phone, I'm recording at 30 FPS. But at 60, this thing is bananas. It's fast, it's fluid. There's no ghosting, there's no trailing. Usually sometimes when you play Spider-Man Miles Morales, you see like a trailing behind him, like speed trail and ghosting. None of that. This thing is buttery smooth, and it's even better when they turn on FreeSync. Because FreeSync turns activate the auto low latency mode and the VRR. You can see with Spider-Man Miles Morales what's going on here with the hertz. This thing is crazy. Like I said, the reason why it looks like this is because I'm recording at 1080p at 30. Now let's get out of here. Let's go to the Xbox Series S. Series S. I see right there, right off the jump, 120 hertz. All of that. So let me just play one of my favorite games on Xbox Series S. I'm going to end the video right there. Go for Forza Horizon. Let's see what's going to pop up right there. You see all of that turn on. You see 120 hertz. The HDR, FreeSync, everything turned on right off the jump. What I get to realize, the Xbox, even though the Series S is lower than the Xbox Series X, it does a great job at sustaining the 120 hertz. Look at that, constant. While the PlayStation 5 struggles to keep up. While the PlayStation 5 struggles to even get to 80. Xbox does a great job, and this is an Xbox Series S. This is not the X. And look at it. It can hold its own real good. 119, 120 hertz. You're doing the full thing with HDR10 on. And with this, you got with the Xbox, you use the HDR10, the Dolby Vision, the Dolby everything. So you got a FreeSync on with the VRR and the auto low latency mode on. You see all of that? And like I said, I wish I was recording at 1080. I wish I was recording at 60 FPS so you could see how smooth and beautiful this is. The Hisense U8H TV is a perfect TV. You can even use it as a computer monitor, and you're going to get some amazing details and speed. Trust me. And like I said, with a 1500 nits of brightness, this thing is bananas. So anyhow, this is the boy JC. That's all I got for you today. So this is what you would do to set up your PlayStation 5 or your Xbox Series S or X if you get the Hisense U8H television set. Alright, thanks for tuning in. I can't wait to do some more testing with this monitor. Or I love calling it a monitor, it's an old habit. This TV, and don't forget, subscribe, like, and share, and leave your comments. Let me know what you think. What do you want to see? Alright, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.